I want you to take a second and just think about what you have demanded of your eyes since you woke up this morning.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot.
Right, because if you are anything like me, you probably grabbed your smartphone, like, immediately, just to scroll through some emails or check the news while you were still lying in bed.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah, we all do it. And then you drove to work, staring at traffic, or maybe you sat straight down at a desk to just, stare at a computer monitor for hours on end.
It's basically nonstop.
Exactly. And then at the end of the day, how do we unwind? We just stare at another screen, watching television. I mean, modern life is incredibly, punishingly demanding on our vision.
It really is. We're asking so much of them.
Our eyes are just working tirelessly in this totally artificial, screen-heavy environment.
Yeah, and it is a profound shift in how we actually use our biology.
How so?
Well, think about it. We're asking an organ that evolved over millennia for hunting, gathering, and scanning distant natural horizons.
Right, looking far away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're asking it to suddenly lock its focus on high-intensity artificial light,
Yeah.
emitted from these tiny digital squares just a few inches from our faces.
For like 12 to 14 hours a day.
Yeah, it's unprecedented.
And that brings us to the mission of today's deep dive. We are unpacking a truly fascinating breakdown titled Visium Plus Ingredients Explained, the science behind vision support nutrients.
It's a great document.
It is. Our goal today is to explore the exact science of why certain vitamins, minerals, and believe it or not, even fungi are absolutely crucial for your long-term eye health and visual performance.
Fungi, yeah. We will definitely get to that.
Okay, let's unpack this, because I think we all generally know, we should get regular eye exams.
Sure.
And we know we shouldn't stare directly at the sun. But the science of vision support goes so much deeper into the microscopic world.
It really does.
Yeah.
I mean, regular checkups and wearing sunglasses, those are your baseline.
Right.
But to understand why targeted nutrition actually matters, we have to look at the metabolically active world inside your eye.
Okay, metabolic meaning like energy use.
Yes, exactly. It is a highly complex, constantly running system. And once you understand how it actually functions at a cellular level,
Yeah.
it becomes completely clear why very specific nutrients are its best, and honestly, sometimes only, defense against the modern world.
Well, let's start right there with that metabolic activity, because there is a biological reality here from the source that completely changed how I think about vision.
It's wild, isn't it?
It really is. The eyes are among the most metabolically active organs in the entire human body.
They burn a massive amount of energy.
Yeah, and I started thinking about this, and the best way I can picture it is by comparing your eyes to a high-performance sports car engine.
I like that.
Like, imagine a V8 engine that never actually gets turned off. The very millisecond you open your eyes in the morning, that engine is redlining.
Right. It hits maximum RPMs instantly.
Exactly. It is constantly running, constantly burning fuel, firing off millions of electrical impulses every single second, just to process the visual world around you and send those signals to your brain.
That is a remarkably accurate way to look at it. And, any mechanic will tell you that a high-performance engine running at maximum capacity,
It's going to get hot.
it's going to get hot, and it's going to produce a massive amount of exhaust.
Exhaust. Okay.
Right. And in the biological engine of your eye, that exhaust takes the form of oxidative stress.
Oxidative stress. Okay, break that down for me.
Well, whenever your eyes are exposed to factors like aging, environmental pollution, ultraviolet exposure from the sun,
And massive amounts of screen time, obviously.
all of that generates free radicals.
Now, we hear the term free radicals thrown around in skincare commercials literally all the time.
Constantly, yeah.
But what are they actually doing inside the eye itself?
So mechanically speaking, a free radical is a highly unstable molecule that is missing an electron.
Okay, so it's looking for a partner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because it's unstable, it acts like a microscopic vandal. It violently crashes into the delicate, healthy tissues of your eye, like the cells of your retina.
Just to steal an electron.
Yes, just to steal an electron and stabilize itself. And when it steals that electron, it damages the healthy cell in the process.
Wow.
This is oxidative stress. It is a literal breakdown of the cellular tissue.
So it's kind of like rust forming on a car, but happening in real time inside your eyeball.
That is exactly what it is.
That physical, burning, dry, gritty sensation you get at 3 in the afternoon after staring at spreadsheets all day.
We all know that feeling.
Yeah. That's not just tiredness, is it? That is the physical manifestation of this exhaust building up.
Precisely. If your daily routine involves looking at a computer, checking a smartphone, or even just walking outside in the sunlight, this oxidative stress is happening right now.
Right, this second.
Yeah. And because the eye is so metabolically active, it is incredibly vulnerable to this exact type of damage.
So it needs maintenance.
It demands a constant, uninterrupted supply of specific nutrients just to manage the cellular repair processes, clear out those microscopic vandals, and maintain proper blood flow.
Because if you don't clear the exhaust, the engine starts to break down.
Exactly.
Which brings us to the fuel and the maintenance crew, the foundation for building and protecting this retinal machinery.
The essential nutrients.
Right. Let's start with the heavy hitter, the one we've all heard about literally since kindergarten, vitamin A.
The classic eye vitamin.
Yep. We know it supports healthy night vision, it helps produce the tears that keep the eye comfortable, and it maintains the eye's surface tissues.
And the photoreceptors rely on it.
Yeah, the specialized light-sensitive cells in the retina literally rely on vitamin A to function and communicate with the brain. But, and I need to push it back on something here.
Okay, go for it.
I get vitamin A. We all know the whole eat your carrots trope. But the nutritional science places just as much emphasis on zinc.
Yes, it does.
And zinc is a heavy metal. It's really hard to imagine a metal playing a delicate role in the soft, sensitive tissues of the eye. Is this just like supplement padding, or is there a real biological mechanism here?
It sounds counterintuitive, I know. But what's fascinating here is the sheer concentration of zinc in the eye.
Really?
Yeah. The retina actually contains some of the highest concentrations of zinc found anywhere in the entire human body.
Wait, really? In the eye?
In the eye. It is absolutely essential. And the reason it matters so much comes down to transport and metabolism.
Okay, transport.
You see, you can consume all the vitamin A you want, but vitamin A is stored in your liver.
Oh, so it's not even near the eye.
Right. It needs a way to travel all the way from your liver up to your eye. And zinc is the essential mineral that builds the transport proteins.
Ah, I see. So vitamin A is the highly valuable cargo, but zinc is the actual shipping container and the truck driver that gets it to the retina.
I love that. Yes.
Because without the truck, the cargo just sits in the warehouse.
Exactly. Without zinc, your body cannot properly transport vitamin A to produce melanin, which is a highly protective pigment inside the eyes.
That is so cool.
And beyond just transportation, zinc acts as a vital catalyst in over 100 different enzymatic reactions. It's essentially driving the cellular repair processes.
Wow.
It is the crucial spark plug that makes the vitamin A useful to your visual machinery.
That completely reframes it for me. You can't just throw ingredients in the general direction of your body, you know? You need the delivery mechanisms.
We need the whole system working together.
Right. And alongside that vitamin A and zinc foundation, we have a powerful antioxidant duo, vitamin C and vitamin E.
The dynamic duo.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We usually just think of vitamin C for immune support, like during cold season. Why do our eyes naturally stockpile high concentrations of vitamin C?
Because of the environment inside the eye is largely filled with a watery fluid called the aqueous humor.
Okay, watery fluid.
And vitamin C is water-soluble, making it the perfect first responder in that fluid environment.
Oh, so it can just float right in there.
Exactly. It circulates to the eye, freely donating its own electrons to those unstable free radicals we talked about earlier.
Right, the vandals.
Yep. It neutralizes the microscopic vandals before they can crash into the retinal walls. But its second job is purely structural. It supports the production of collagen.
Which is basically the physical scaffolding of the body.
Yes. Collagen provides the rigid structure to your eye, including the cornea and the sclera.
The sclera is the tough white part of your eye.
That's the one. Vitamin C is a mandatory ingredient to build and maintain that physical scaffolding. Now, the magic happens when you pair that with vitamin E.
Okay, how so?
Well, while vitamin C patrols the watery parts of the eye, vitamin E is fat-soluble.
Wait, the eye has a lot of fat.
A tremendous amount. The cell membranes of your eye tissues are packed with highly concentrated, specialized, healthy
I
fats.
had no idea.
Yeah, and fats are extremely vulnerable to oxidation. Think about what happens when you leave a stick of butter out in the sun.
Ah, it gets rancid. Gross.
Right, because the fats oxidize. Vitamin E specifically embeds itself into those fatty cell walls and protects them from oxidizing and turning, rancid, so to speak.
That makes total sense.
Together, C and E form a comprehensive two-pronged defense system for the cellular architecture of your eyes. One handles the water and the other guards the fat.
I love how these nutrients are basically playing a highly coordinated zone defense.
That's a great way to put it.
But if vitamin C and E are guarding the cell membranes and neutralizing the chemical exhaust, what is stopping the actual light rays from burning the photoreceptors in the first place?
That's the big question.
Because blue light from digital screens is the big villain of our era. That requires an actual physical filter, doesn't it?
It does, and the biological response to that threat is truly remarkable. This is where we get into the specialized defense mechanisms.
Yes, we are talking about two nutrients that I am now officially obsessed with: lutein and zeaxanthin.
Oh, they are incredible.
The source material frequently calls them nature's internal sun oasis. That is such a vivid image, but how does a nutrient actually act like a pair of sunglasses?
Well, it is not just a clever metaphor, it is literally how they function mechanically.
Really?
Yeah, lutein and zeaxanthin belong to a family of plant pigments called carotenoids. They are what give plants their vibrant yellow and orange colors.
Like in carrots and peppers.
Exactly. What's fascinating is that when you consume these specific pigments, your body doesn't just distribute them randomly.
Where'd they go?
It specifically shuttles them straight to the eye, where they accumulate heavily right in the macula.
And the macula is the dead center of the retina, right? The part responsible for our sharpest, most detailed central vision.
Correct. Once these pigments pack themselves into the macula, they act as literal physical light filters.
So they are actually blocking light.
Yes.
Oh,
Because of their dense yellow color, they physically absorb the high-energy, short-wavelength blue light emitting from your phone or your monitor.
oh.
They soak up that photon energy before it can penetrate deeper and damage the underlying photoreceptor cells.
That is just wild.
They are providing direct structural protection, and by filtering out that harsh, scattering blue light, they actually promote sharper visual clarity, and they reduce the glare you experience when staring at a screen.
So they literally build a pair of microscopic blue light blocking sunglasses inside the back of your eye.
That is exactly what they do.
That is incredible. And you get these from natural dietary sources like kale, spinach, collard greens, broccoli, and peas.
Yes, mostly dark leafy greens.
But let's look at the dietary reality of this. To get the levels of lutein and zeaxanthin necessary to build up those internal sunglasses strong enough to withstand, say, 10 to 12 hours of screen time a day.
Which is pretty standard now.
Right. You'd have to eat massive bowls of raw kale and spinach every single day.
And that highlights the massive gap between what our biology currently requires to survive this modern high-stress visual environment and what our standard everyday diet actually provides.
We just aren't doing it.
No, we simply do not eat enough dark leafy greens to keep those internal sunglasses fully tinted. It is a significant, widespread nutritional shortfall.
Which perfectly transitions us into how modern nutritional science is trying to bridge that gap. We've talked about the foundational vitamins and the plant pigments.
Right.
But the science also moves into botanical ingredients and what I can only call the mushroom frontier.
It is an incredibly exciting area of research, primarily because it shifts our focus from isolated eye mechanics to systemic vascular health.
Let's look at the botanical side first. Bilberry extract is a big one mentioned in the text.
Very popular in vision formulas.
Yeah, so these are dark purple berries, similar to blueberries, and their deep color comes from compounds called anthocyanins. Historically, they've been used to support eye comfort, but what are anthocyanins actually doing in there?
Anthocyanins are powerful compounds that physically help strengthen the walls of your blood vessels.
Okay.
Your eye relies on a massive network of tiny, microscopic capillaries to deliver oxygen and nutrients.
And if those break down?
If those capillary walls become weak, they can actually leak fluid, which destroys visual acuity and lowers the pressure needed to deliver blood.
That sounds terrible.
It is. Anthocyanins help keep those microvessels elastic, strong, and tightly sealed, ensuring a high-pressure, efficient delivery of oxygen to the hard-working retinal cells.
Okay, so bilberry is doing the plumbing maintenance. I get that.
Exactly.
But here's where it gets really interesting and where I just have to express genuine surprise. Functional mushrooms.
Ah, yes. The mushrooms.
We are talking about lion's mane, reishi, cordyceps, and chaga. Hold on. Mushrooms, like the fungi I'd see growing on a damp log in the forest.
Those exact ones.
I mean, I've heard of these being used for cognitive health or physical energy, but how on earth does a fungus help my retina?
I know it seems completely out of left field at first, but if we connect this to the bigger picture of how the body operates, it makes perfect logical sense.
Okay, hit me.
Eye health is not isolated. It is deeply, inextricably connected to your whole body wellness. Let's break it down mechanically.
Please do.
The optic nerve, which connects your eye to your brain, is a massive bundle of millions of nerve fibers. Lion's mane, for instance, is highly regarded for supporting nerve health and neural communication.
Oh, so it's supporting the data cable that runs from the camera to the hard drive?
Precisely. That's a perfect analogy. Then you have cordyceps, which is famous for supporting cellular energy production and oxygen utilization.
And remember how metabolically active the eye is.
Exactly. It needs that massive cellular energy support. And then you look at reishi and chaga. These are absolute powerhouses for balancing the body's healthy inflammation responses.
Because if your body is systemically inflamed, say from stress, poor diet, or lack of sleep, those highly sensitive, tiny capillaries in your eye are going to feel the impact of that inflammation immediately.
Exactly. Inflammation restricts blood flow.
Right.
When you combine the unique compounds in these mushrooms with other botanical extracts like grapeseed extract, green tea extract, turmeric, and citrus bioflavonoids.
That's a lot of plant power.
It is. You are delivering a massive influx of complex natural polyphenols to the body. These polyphenols combat oxidative stress on a systemic level.
So it's not just the eye anymore.
No, they help ensure the blood vessels feeding the eyes remain wide open and healthy, and they support a balanced, calm cellular environment.
Wow.
It is a holistic approach to maintaining that high-performance engine. You aren't just treating the eye, you are treating the soil the eye grows in.
So when I synthesize all of this, the vitamins, the minerals, the pigments, the fungi, there is a very clear overarching theme: antioxidants and defense.
Yes.
Whether it's vitamin C in the fluids, lutein blocking the light, or green tea polyphenols calming the vessels, they are all working to neutralize those unstable free radicals and protect the tissue.
They're all on the same team.
So what does this all mean for us practically?
Well, what it means is that true vision support relies on a division of labor.
A division of labor, okay.
Right. No single nutrient can do it all. Vitamin A provides the raw retinal material. Zinc handles the transport.
A truck driver.
Right. Vitamin E provides cell membrane defense against rancidity. Lutein acts as the physical blue light shield.
The sunglasses.
Bilberry maintains the plumbing and circulation.
Yeah.
And the functional mushrooms handle the systemic neurological and cellular wellness. It is an entire interlocking ecosystem of protection.
And that is the core strategy behind comprehensive supplement formulas like the Visium Plus approach we've been examining.
Exactly.
It's designed specifically as a broad nutritional safety net, because our modern diet so often falls short of those massive spinach and nutrient requirements.
We just can't eat enough of it.
And because the oxidative demands on our eyes are literally higher right now than at any other point in human history, combining these carefully selected elements provides a bridge.
A very necessary bridge.
It bridges the gap between the diet we actually manage to eat and the biological armor our eyes desperately need to survive the digital age.
That is the exact rationale. It provides a level of comprehensive support that no single isolated ingredient could ever achieve on its own.
I really appreciate that framing of it being a safety net. But we should be very clear here. You can't just pop a premium supplement, check a box, and then go stare unblinking at a bright monitor in a pitch-black room for 14 hours straight without any consequences.
Oh, absolutely not.
Nutrition is incredibly powerful, but it works best when it is paired with actual mechanical daily habits.
Without a doubt. Supplementation gives the engine the highest quality oil and fuel available, but you still have to occasionally take your foot off the gas pedal to reduce the actual load on the engine.
Exactly. Let's walk through some highly actionable lifestyle habits from the text that everyone listening can integrate today to reduce that mechanical load.
Okay, let's do it.
First is the 20-20-20 rule. This is so simple, but the biology behind it is vital. Every 20 minutes, look at something at least 20 feet away for 20 seconds.
It's a game changer.
Why does this work? Because inside your eye are tiny ciliary muscles that control the shape of your lens. When you stare at a screen close to your face, those muscles are tightly contracted.
They're flexing.
It's the biological equivalent of holding a heavy dumbbell in a bicep curl for an hour straight. Looking 20 feet away forces those muscles to finally drop the weight, relax, and reset.
It breaks that sustained, painful tension of near-focus work, which honestly is the primary driver of end-of-day eye strain and tension headaches.
For sure. What's next?
Another critical habit is wearing UV protective sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
Just as you want to physically filter blue light internally with lutein, you absolutely must filter harmful ultraviolet light externally before it hits the cornea.
Because UV light is basically a free radical generating machine, right? So block it at the source.
Exactly. Another deeply underrated habit is simply staying hydrated.
Drinking water.
Yes. We talked about how vitamin C operates in the watery parts of the eye. Proper whole-body hydration literally provides the fluid necessary for tear production.
Which is huge for comfort.
Every time you blink, you drag a microscopic layer of water and oil across the eye to keep it smooth and focused. If your eyes feel gritty, dry, and sandpaper-like by the afternoon, before you reach for eye drops, just drink a large glass of water.
It is the simplest and most immediate fix. Additionally, maintaining a nutrient-dense diet is paramount.
You can't supplement away a bad diet.
Right. Yes, comprehensive supplements serve as a brilliant safety net to bridge the modern dietary gap. But you still need those dark, leafy greens, colorful vegetables, rich fruits, nuts, and healthy fats. They provide the baseline macronutrients and fiber your body runs on.
Absolutely.
And finally, getting regular, comprehensive eye exams. This isn't just about reading letters on a chart to see if you need new glasses.
No, it's so much more than that.
A professional optometrist can look deep into the back of your eye and see the health of your microvascular structures. They can spot systemic issues like high blood pressure or early signs of vascular damage long before you ever actually notice a physical change in your vision.
The eye is the only place in the human body where we can look directly at a live, bare blood vessel and a bare nerve without making an incision.
That is wild.
It really is a direct window into your systemic health.
Well, we have covered some serious ground today.
We certainly have.
To briefly recap our journey, we started by understanding the incredibly demanding, redlining, metabolic nature of our eyes. We explored how foundational vitamins like A, C, and E, combined with the transport power of zinc, actively build and protect our cellular machinery from the exhaust of free radicals.
Right.
We learned the exact physical mechanism of how plant pigments like lutein act as internal sunglasses to block blue photons from digital screens, and how the surprising addition of functional mushrooms and botanicals tightens up our microplumbing and provides a whole-body safety net against inflammation.
It truly is a remarkable, resilient biological system.
It really is.
And as we consider all these complex mechanisms, I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder.
Okay, let's hear it.
If our eyes have evolved to naturally stockpile these highly specialized plant pigments, heavy metals, and antioxidants in such massive concentrations just to survive daily light exposure, perhaps we shouldn't view these nutrients merely as optional health boosters.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Instead, we should view them as essential biological armor. Armor that our biology demands we actively put on every single day just to survive the uniquely artificial, profoundly screen-heavy world we've built for ourselves.
Essential biological armor. Man, I am going to be thinking about that mechanical reality every single time I open my laptop or scroll through my phone.
It changes your perspective, doesn't it?
It really does. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you walk away with a newfound appreciation for the incredible microscopic machinery firing away behind your vision right now. Keep learning, keep hydrating, and keep your eyes healthy. Until next time.